Hello ladies, Sharon's here. So glad you joined me today. Guess what today is, girlfriends? It's Sharon Anything Day. That's right, this is Sharon's Q&A Day, and this is where I go down my list of questions that you have sent to me, and I give you all the answers. Anything is okay. I've had people email me saying, Sharon, is it possible that we don't have to use our names? I don't care if you use your name or not. Some require, total privacy, and that's fine. It's whatever floats your boat. And I've had those of you say, Sharon, where do we send our questions to you? Always down in the description box below, I will have my email address, all right? Any question is accepted. Trust me, girlfriends. And then if you don't want me to air it at all, then fine. Just send me an email and we'll chat. All right, my girlfriends. So today is Q&A Day, and I've got quite a bit. Bear with me, my eyes are watering. They are trying some new drops on my eyes. What else is new? To see if that's going to help with the tear situation. So, gee, you think it's working? Not. Okay, we may need another one. But anyway, let's not let that hold us back. Just beware, if I start wiping my eyes, you'll know why. Okay, girlfriends? Okay, question number 1. This is from Marilyn. Said, Dear Sharon, are you married, or if not, do you date? I am not married now, have been in the past numerous times. And am I dating now? Yes. I've been dating about the last, 2 years? A little longer. With one now, I'm dating that one and another one. And the reason being is because, when you get my age and you've been married before a couple of times, you say to yourself, do you really want to go through this again? Although you would say to yourself, I would love to have a mate later in life instead of having to die of old age by myself and just with my family, if you know what I mean. So, you just kind of pick your battles here. And you don't want the same old stuff that you had before because done it, been there, bought that t-shirt, if you know what I mean. So, I am trying to take my time and I'm trying to decide which way to go. Both gentlemen are very, very different. One is a powerhouse on 2 wheels, which compliments me beautifully. I'm like that. The other one is so sweet and laid back, and he would give me no crap, so to speak. However, I'm afraid I might end up walking over him, and that would not be a good thing. So I'm just taking the best of each one, enjoying it right now, and they are too. So, I'm just riding it out. But yes, I date. Thanks for your question, sweetheart. Okay, the next question. See how I am, ladies? I mean, really? If they're smart, they don't want to be married to me. Trust me. No, I'm going number 2. All right, number 2. This is from Katie. Katie, Sharon, what business do you have along with YouTube? I have businesses along with YouTube. YouTube is not really a business at all because, you don't really make a lot of money unless you're super young and super famous. Okay, that's the way it is. This is the gig. The deal is that I am a coach for women, okay? I help empower women and coach them to be the best they can be and that they want to be. I have numerous businesses across the map. I mean, I've got a website. You can go check that out, SharonCapehart.com, and you will, see that I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm a speaker, you name it, I do it. And I've got other businesses on the side as well. I did taper down, believe it or not, after I had my heart attack. I told you all, the doctors made me kind of taper down. Like my skincare store, it does have a name, it is opening, but they are tapering that down. and only want me to carry maybe 3 brands. Start off slow and build up because you know how I overdo everything. The name of that company is oolalabeauty.com. And, you know, that's coming to, I'm not going to push it because I've got all these other things and another book in the process, and, you know, I just don't stop. But I am big smart about it, I think. I think I'm doing pretty good at that. But yes, I have numerous businesses, sweetheart. Thanks for asking. Okay, next question, number 3. This is from Barbara. Sharon, where do you shop for clothes? I love all your outfits. Oh, girl, everywhere. All right, let's see. I love Nordstrom's because they have different brands there. I love some of Neiman's because they've got great brands there. Now that I am a plus size, said now because I haven't always been plus size. Now that I am a plus size of 14, I can shop at a lot of plus size places. Torrid for casual wear and fun stuff. I can get it Torrid. Let's see, I've gotten a couple of shirts before at Old Navy. You know, mostly Nordstrom's, I would say. Nordstrom's, and I really like Torrid's tops. And any other little private boutiques, I go to a ton of, you know, the mom and pop type boutiques. Because I really like female owners, and I like to, you know, help them out. That's what they're there for, you know. But yeah, that's about where I shop. And then online I go crazy. Oh, and then I bought some pieces before from Marla Wynn, and she's on HSN. I bought some from Diane Gilman. I used to buy several pair of jeans from Diane Gilman back when. As a matter of fact, I still wear one of her tops very often because it's still in style, and I love it. Okay, so that's it, girlfriends, but I'll shop wherever there's something great and cute and different, you know. Okay, the next question, number 4, is from Terry. Sharon, what are your feelings on aging? You love it and having a blast doing your thing, or what? Okay, I just did a series on fighting the aging appearance per se, but how do I like aging? You know what? I really like it. Do you know this is the first time that I can settle down and kind of relax? I'm having a lot of that, and I have not done that before because most of my life I've been on the road traveling and doing appearances and events and radio and TV and the whole 9 yards for years. Now I have a chance to kind of like decompress. Do I love it? Absolutely. I have more time with my family. I have more time to, you know, up and get about. I have time to date, you know, so yeah, I really like it. I'm enjoying it. You know what I really like to is like, I'm kind of a night owl. I don't always go to bed early. Sometimes I'm up half the night, depends. And I enjoy watching the old movies. Okay, and you know, I start around 10 o'clock and I may stop at midnight sometimes if it's the weekends. So I'm kind of enjoying that. I've never had time to really sit and do those kinds of things. So yeah, I'm loving it. And there's so many fun places to go, and it seems like I'm more active now, but I'm more active in a different way than I was. You know, before it's all work, 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 go, 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 gotta do, you know, gotta do, blah, 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 be here, be there. And now it's like, I'll be there if I feel like it. Maybe I will, and maybe I won't. You see what I mean? It's that kind of attitude. So it's kind of like you're calling your own shots. Okay, next question. This is from Paula. Sharon, what period of furniture do you have in your house? In other words, how do you decorate your house? Modern/Asian. And the Asian can be anywhere. Okay. I have been to Thailand before, so I have some beautiful statues with real jewels in them. I have those underneath on my fireplace. I've got, something from China. Well, I have a couple of things from China. I like everything very, very modern. My couch is all, tufted, and it's a very long couch, 3-seaters. It's all white leather. So, and my other chairs are white leather, so, and see, when people come over, I know they're going to sit there for a while, and then they'll probably leave. Now, if I had a bunch of young kids, my house would definitely not do with young children around. Because, I've got this real big gold, bright gold, and it looks like tree trunk cut with glass on top. And that was bought, I think, from Z Gallery years back. And that's a beautiful piece, and it goes perfect, with my stuff. So if little kids came in there, I'd probably have a stroke, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's the way it's kind of done, very modern and more of that, Asian accessories. Okay, number 6. And this is from Carol. Says, Sharon, every time I watch you, you are so bubbly. Are you like this all the time? If so, how do you stay that way and be so positive all the time? In reading about your background, you have suffered so many tragedies in your life with family and friends and your children. How do you overcome this? Okay, I always see the glass half full, and I kind of hate that expression sometimes. But life goes on. We're all down here for a purpose. Okay, I'm a total believer in that. My purpose was to be the best mother I could be to the particular 2 children that I had. Even though one passed away and suffered a lot, the second one is living with 1 lung. I've had issues with grandchildren. We've had, people passing. It goes on and on and on. And yes, I'm at the forefront handling it, taking care of it, and keeping everybody, moving. And keeping a family together as a unit as well, because we don't have the men in the family at all right now. So, and this has been this way for years, so I have been it. But let me explain something to you. No matter what happens, everything happens for a reason. When my son passed away, I was on the road when I got the phone call. So needless to say, that was a bad day of Black Rock. And I had to stop, jump on a plane, and get back home as fast as I could. And when I got here, my daughter was just nuts. Everybody was freaking. And I said, I don't even have time to freak. I just had boom, boom, boom. I have this to do, this call to make, this place to go, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like a machine when I go into that zone. It's like taking care of business. So I did. And then you worry and think about grieving later. It's kind of like you have to be on autopilot, but with every single thing that happens, it happens for a reason. Sometimes our loved ones have fulfilled their spiritual purpose, and it's time for them to move on. We have to bless that, and we have to thank God for the time that we've had with them, and we have to send them up with a smile and a song in your heart. That's about the way it goes. We have no control over something like that, and we shouldn't. I fulfilled my purpose with my older child and got him right where he needed to be, and I knew instantly what I was supposed to do with him because he was off the chain, and I knew how he needed to be handled. I knew the type of sports and things he loved that he should have been in. So I was head cheerleader, and I taught him everything I knew to teach him. So he left with what he needed to leave with. And of course, behind, he left a daughter and he left a son, little tiny kids. So, they were toddlers. So, then this means I have to step in and help. And I did. And I kept helping. And then I had a daughter. And I mean, with every single thing, and both parents, were ill, and they had to be put to rest eventually, which came very soon. I mean, it was like boom, 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 everything lickety split. And then my poor daughter just having one lung available in her whole life. And it's just been the last few years that she has been a fabulous stylist with awards out the wazoo and working full time, believe it or not. So God has really blessed us. With every negative that you think is a negative comes the positive. You will always see the light shine at the end of all of that. It happens for a reason. Now, how do I get my mind to work like that? I meditated my whole entire life. I was brought up as a Catholic, but I practice Buddhism. So I chant a lot, not a lot, every day of my life. And I just look at life a little bit differently. I remember my mother told us always growing up, she had the same Buddhist edge that I acquired. She loved meditating. She loved reading, spiritual books, self-help. I mean, she's the one that had turned me on to all of that. And my grandmother. My grandmother was very, very intuitive woman, very powerful. And so I learned a lot from her. But happiness and love is what constantly controls your life. You've got to constantly think that way. You've got to act that way. You've got to read books. You've got to meditate. You've got to pray every single day. And with all of this will get you through with a smile on your face and a song in your heart. The universe has thrown me in some really tough stuff. I'll admit it. I mean, sometimes I say, how did you make it through that? But you know what? And there again, they flip you over and put you in something so miraculous and wonderful and fabulous that you say, oh my gosh, I've been rewarded for all the pain and suffering I went through. And it's not even about that. It's that I've got to see both ways, you see? And so do you. You've got to see both ways. There's bad and there's good, and you've just got to learn to deal with it. You got to keep your faith. I'm telling you, I don't care what religion you're. I don't care if you're Baptist, Pentecostal, if you're a Mormon. I don't care if you're Catholic. I don't care as long as you're something and you believe in a higher power or higher than yourself. So if you do that and you practice and you pray, you meditate, you're good to go, girl. And that's how I do it, okay? Thanks for your question. I like that a lot. Okay, the next question is from Michelle. It says, Sharon, can you tell us about the diet you're on now? Oh, yeah, Michelle. And I can't be on it too long either, I can tell you that. These little brain farts that I've been having lately. I mean, we all have them, I understand. Mine are getting a little more often. And I'll be out even talking to my daughter, telling a story, and I'll actually forget the words that I want to speak at that time. And I kind of have to stop. So we're having a little, maybe a little cognitive issue up here. I do know that I went and had an MRI. And it looks like I had, way back when, little tiny, they call them itty bitty tiny little strokes, perhaps. But, and not that this is going to make me absolutely, sit back and not be able to function. But it's driving me crazy now because sometimes I'll repeat myself. And, it's like if I fell and hit my head. You know what I mean, girl? This brings us back to the diet, okay? Because this is why I can't do this for a really long time, because it'll weaken my brain. Who thought? Okay, and I'm only taking 500 calories a day. 500 calories. This is why they're watching me. I am drinking 5 shakes a day at 100 calories each. Now, the particular drinks are like the muscle milk. And the other one is some other shake that I get at Sam's in the cases. So, and that's got about 160 in it. So some days I switch off and take a few more calories. But I only have the 5 shakes a day. And because I'm trying to get some of this weight off, you'll lose it, you gain it back, you'll lose it. And while we were sitting home, I was chowing down on the goodies. And we were ordering food in. What does that do? That'll kill you. So, I want to get some weight off and get it off quickly. Now, especially, I would like to take it off because obviously it's summertime and I want to be ready for fall too. And I know most people diet before summer so they can look great. Well, I'm not the beach bunny anymore. Okay, so I'm around and up and down and all over the place during fall and winter. That's when it seems like I like to go and play and do things. So I'm on the diet now. Okay, girlfriends. Now with this, yes, I have gone down a whole dress size in a week and a half. That was true. Actually, it was a week and 2 days. I went down 1 dress size. Okay, well, that's fine because, you carry a lot of water. You do this. Now, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking those shakes. And, yes, I have plenty of energy. I take all my pills and vitamins I'm supposed to, which are a lot. And then I walk. Now, I walk every single day. Now, I walk to enjoy the walk. I personally live in a high rise, so I can walk the floors. They're air conditioned. I don't have to get outside anyway. The humidity causes my hair to dry up, my curls, and then it's crappy because then I got to call somebody down here. Oh, can you carry all that hanging down? It's just craziness. So, and anyway, I don't like to sweat a lot or get hot, so I'm not going outside to do this walking. Okay. Now, if it cools down, then that's great. But right now, I walk the floors of the building because if you walk once on this floor, you've covered a mile, okay? And so when I was on the diet before, where I had my little square hoodises doing this, putting the stuff in each side, I was walking 4 miles a day. Now I may build up to that, but right now I'm just walking a mile a day. Now this next week I'm going to try adding on another mile. That's what I'm going to try to do. So it's one, long tour, and that covers a mile because I'm wearing my Fitbit. It's telling me exactly what to do, and that is it. I am doing some stretches just for my back. Okay, and I've used my band a couple of times for my legs. The elastic band, lifting your legs up and doing all that. I'm not killing myself because I'm not taking as many calories in. Now, this is going on the 2nd week. I noticed, my shirts are even looser than they were last week. So, I can feel it kind of coming off quickly, but listen. I'm not going to be skinny by a long shot because I'd have to be on this for a while. And the doctors have told me 2 months. We give you 2 months on this. And they're monitoring me constantly. I mean, every other day, my primary's calling to get a check-in. And then every week I go in for blood pressure checks. Like I can't do that myself. I said, I'll tell you the truth. They don't trust me. I get carried away sometimes. But yeah, they're staying right on that, the neurologist and the primary. So, that's what I'm doing, girlfriends. I gotta get some of this weight off, because have you seen some of the new fall clothes come out? Shoot. Okay. Alright, moving right along. That's what I'm doing, girlfriend. Okay, this is number 8, I think it is, and this is from Ruth. It says, Sharon, what are 2 of your favorite foundations that you are wearing over the summer? I am wearing my Chanel foundation and my YSL so far this summer. I haven't, I need to wear my Guerlain a little bit. I'm going to have to get some more. But it's looking a little pale on me, so, I wear that more in the winter. Unless I feel like changing colors. But then, you can't test anything right now because of this, COVID, so what can I tell you, girlfriends? But that's what I am wearing right now. Yes, and the one on my face this instant is the Chanel. Okay, next question. Number 9, this from Sandra. What perfume are you wearing today? Oh, that's cute. The Ford Ombre leather. It's what I'm wearing today. You know, it's a unisex and really smells real good, let me tell you. You know, when you first put it on, you go, ugh. And then after it's you know, I can walk around for about 2 to 3 minutes, and all of a sudden, everybody goes, oh my God, what are you wearing? That's fantastic. What are you wearing? But there again, it's more potent stuff, and everybody knows that I go for the, you know, I have to go for the strong stuff. I can't wear florals because it makes me smell like I'm 98 years old. Yeah. Okay, number 10. And it doesn't say who this one's from. It says, what brand are your favorite makeup products right now? Well, that's pretty easy. Let's see. Charlotte Tilbury. I just love a lot of her products. Definitely Hourglass. Everybody knows I love Hourglass. Tom Ford. I like a lot of Tom Ford eyeshadows. I use the Tom Ford foundation stick that everybody knows I love. And you'll comment on what I'm wearing every time I wear that, too. I can tell you. I love YSL. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, especially a lot of their lipsticks. And then, of course, Chanel. I like a lot of Chanel. All right, thank you, girlfriend. Appreciate it. Okay, next question. This from Kathy. What is your biggest pet peeve about YouTube? People using the platform, in other words, to air dirty laundry or start trouble. And when influencers all release videos on new palettes or products at the same time in a day. Okay, it's a 2-part question. Looks like, girlfriend, I'm trying to understand it. Okay, you want to know what's my biggest pet peeve about people using the platform? It's not so much a pet peeve, it's that it's boring. Okay, when someone gets on there and they start airing dirty laundry or making comments about another one, or the whole video is on slamming somebody, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to turn it off. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It makes no sense to me. Everybody's different. Everybody's got something unique to bring to the table. I mean, the jealousy and the backbiting and scratching and observing everybody's channel, who's doing what, how, why, when. I mean, come on. Have you not got a life? I mean, that's the way I look at it. I don't care, and I don't care about these people that get on and do it. And I know that in the younger group, maybe younger than we are down the list, I know they're having a lot of problems and issues, but I implore all of you, just ignore what they're doing and saying. Let's just back off. You know, our area is nice and sweet and heavenly, and we're crazy about each other, and we're supporting each other, and we've got a lot of new ones that are learning and growing. And let's not think about what everybody else is doing, because don't get involved in that crap. Stay completely out of it. And it's ridiculous. That's not what YouTube is for. I mean, it's nuts. If you're trying to get more views by starting crap that way, that's the wrong way to do it, because you're going to make more enemies and you're going to lose subscribers. It's just not worth it. And that's what I think about that. All right, and as far as you wanted to know about influencer releasing videos on new palettes and products on the same day, is it a pain, is what you want me to... All right, this is what I think. That's interesting. I've never had that question before. You're right, a lot of them do. I think they want to jump on the bandwagon, be the first one to show the new products. Maybe they feel like that'll help with their numbers. I don't know what they're doing that for. But I don't care for that, and I'll tell you why I don't care for that. You can't watch everybody at the same time. And if it's a lot of people you really like, you'll be there for hours and hours trying to watch them all. And I generally won't do that myself. I wait till it dies down a little bit, and then I go watch, you know. So I don't like everybody doing it all on the same day, but they want to be first. They want to be in line. They want to be trendy. They want the world to know, hey, you know, we bought this palette and this is what we think about it. And hopefully they're telling the truth and they have tried the palette and they either do or don't like it or whatever makeup item they're using. I personally, I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. When you get my age, we wear what we want to wear. We do what we want to do. We're not going to rush off and stand in line to get any kind of a palette. I mean, we're not going to kill ourselves. We may order it online. It's the way we like to do it, you know, and if we like it. But so many of us use what we've got now. It's not an old thing. It's a smart thing. Because there is nothing out there, nothing new out there that we don't already have right here at home. I promise you. Because while we have been home, we boomers have gone through all of our stash, not once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. And we have said, oh my gosh, we forgot about this. Oh my gosh, we forgot about that. And every single thing we're wearing, we've had in there already. I mean, it's like this eye look. You all requested this eye look again. This is so funny. Because, what was it? A year and a half, 2 years ago, I bought a Buxom palette. Well, I didn't get around to wearing it or using it. Can you believe that? Because, you know, you put your own little colors you want in there. And it just seemed like I was concentrating on something else. Well, about a month ago, I did this eye look, and boy, I was slammed. Oh my gosh, we love that eye look. Oh, can you show us again? Blah, 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 blah. And so I did. I said, oh my gosh, it came from that Buxom palette. I love that. That was a hoot. And then not too long ago, I just got uber snowed over with people that saw an eye look that I wore out of my Lorac palette that I've had for years and years. So I said, it's the Unzipped. The Lorac Unzipped, that was probably my favorite palette in the universe. But I still use it in the summers. You all asked about that look. And I said, oh my gosh, that's my Lorac Unzipped. Now, you know how many years old that is? A lot. Okay? But it wasn't out of the ordinary for it not to be in now. What I'm saying is, if you look at what you've got, it's no different than what you're seeing out there. They just do it differently, and they may use a different formula. But guess what, girlfriends? We have all of those same bloody colors, and I'm telling you. So that's kind of what I think about the influencers all running out at one time. Maybe I wasn't clear on that. Let me just say, when they're all doing it at the same time, you know, you have to pick and choose who you want to see, if you want to see them at all. And then you could spend all your time that one day with this launch of watching all these people. And personally, I think it gets boring. See, I'm not into that. I want somebody that's going to come out with something really unique and different. You know, I like that. Because then we can learn cool things from that. And I like that a lot. I like it a lot, okay? All right, my ladies. Well, that pretty much wraps up our Q&A day. Right? Thank you so much for being with me today. And to all of my new subbies, I have not forgotten about you. I am answering you left and right. And thank you so much for joining my tribe. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And to each and every one of you that are already in my tribe, I want you to stay sassy, classy, confident. And give me a big thumbs up on this Q&A.